The DOJ has to come and look at this, and the Department of Justice, that is, and
yeah, and they're in town. Phoenix is already under investigation for. So I mean, I'm wondering if this is going to expand because of this.
Oh yeah, it's going to have to expand.
An expert talking to ABC15 Chief Investigator Dave Biskobing about a major scandal growing inside the Phoenix Police Department, one that we exposed, a homicide detective who mishandled evidence impacting dozens of cases. And now Dave has the internal records showing the problem is bigger than one detective.
He found there's been widespread issues with how Phoenix handles homicide evidence going back years.
It's a serious issue.
Timothy Williams is a retired LAPD homicide detective and homicide supervisor. And this is what he thought after seeing what we uncovered about what's been happening inside Phoenix PD.
If that's the way they're doing, then all the cases that have gone through that unit need to be looked at.
That's a major statement. So to understand why he's saying that, let's start from the beginning. The scandal began with Detective Jennifer DiPonzio.
Breaking a major and important report. Did a top Phoenix police detective mishandle evidence in a large number of murder cases?
How many? 37 active criminal court cases and 61 total police investigations.
Records show DiPonzio failed to impound and document at least 55 audio interviews.
I mean, this isn't just a one case, one time kind of thing. I mean, we're talking about 55 interviews, at least that they know of. Does that surprise you that so many could have, not been properly documented?
Yeah, what that tells me is number one, there's no supervision. And number two, the DA should have been on top of that.
At first, Phoenix police and county prosecutors told the court there were only 24 pages of information to turn over about DiPonzio's problems. It turns out there was a lot more.
These new records and recordings show Phoenix PD lost control of a detective. And what may be more concerning is how long officials kept it all to themselves.
Cover-up by the Phoenix Police Department.
As the scandal intensified, officials were forced to admit there was a lot more to release. It's grown from 24 to 14,000 pages of internal affair files, documenting problems with evidence and cases throughout DiPonzio's career. And in those records, there's troubling information, not just about DiPonzio, but an entire homicide unit.
I mean, is there really any excuse for this to have gotten this far before it was caught?
No. And I guarantee you there's more than homicide cases. I bet you it covers the gambit, just not homicide.
Before the 55 missing audio interviews, in 2020, DiPonzio was investigated for leaving other evidence unsecured and keeping it in grocery bags at her desk. And during that probe, the department learned it wasn't just her. Quote, "It is common for homicide detectives to leave evidence and property unsecured on their desks, under their desks, or hanging over their cubicles. Leaving evidence unsecured is a customary practice in the homicide unit."
That's why I say that all these cases have got to be looked at. From the time you lay eyes on that evidence to the time it's booked, you should be able to track it without a minute being lost.
But back to DiPonzio. Internal investigators went to the Property Management Bureau to take a look at more of her evidence, but they hit a roadblock. Investigators contacted the Property Management Bureau and learned Detective DiPonzio had checked out 51 items of evidence from October of 2019 through December of 2019. Investigators were told it was not practical for PMB personnel to research 51 items of evidence and try to locate where they were from the time they were checked out to when they were re-impounded. Such a request would take months for Property Management Bureau personnel to complete, and thousands of impound logs would have to be researched. Think about that. The Phoenix Police Property Management Bureau basically said it would not and could not research DiPonzio's homicide evidence to make sure it was properly handled.
DOJ has to come and look at this, and the Department of Justice, that is, and
Yeah, and they're in town. Phoenix is already under investigation for it. So, I mean, I'm wondering if this is going to expand because of this.
oh yeah, it's going to have to expand.
DiPonzio officially retired this year under an accidental disability claim. That disability, which is confidential, is why the city says she can't testify in court about her cases and the evidence. She's also married to Assistant Chief Nick DiPonzio.
Do you think that there's some politics or power at play in that?
Want to know my honest answer?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's politics all over it. So yes, who her husband was had a direct impact. So they're going to keep it on the down low, so to speak.
I'm investigator Dave Biskobing, ABC15, Arizona.
If you want the investigators to look into something, email us at investigators@abc15.com or call that number on your screen.